welcome back, or welcome if you are new. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button down below and hit that notification bell for a little extra glitter in your life, because who doesn't need a little extra glitter? Today what we're going to be doing is basically eating all the food in my mini fridge. You may be like,
Trudy, how did you come up with this idea?
well, I have spring break and I need to get rid of this food in my fridge, and I thought, what other way to do it besides making a video out of it? Because why do things normally when you can just not do things normally? Am I right? No one else? Okay, that's cool. So basically what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be eating all the food in my mini fridge. I'm going to be rating each food on a scale of 1 to 10. Deciding factors that may contribute to this rating are things like freshness, tastiness, texture, and texture because of my fridge. It should be fun, so let's hop right into it. Currently my fridge is pretty packed, which is kind of inconvenient because I'm leaving. But for reference, I have kind of been off sugar because I have a little bit of a canker sore. But now I'm going to be eating sugar, so I guess we're doing that. I'm going to be doing this thing where I try food and then a drink in between. So let's go. So first thing I have up is celery. Now you may be wondering, Trudy, why do you have celery? You aren't allowed to go off campus. How do you get a thing of celery? Well, see, I would have that same question. My house parent was going to Target and asked if I wanted anything, and I said celery, and I paid them, and I got celery. So I kind of want to wash this with something, so I'm just gonna take some water, pour it over the carpet. That's probably fine, right? I'm saying it's fine. Let's chomp down. I'm getting very much like celery vibes. It tastes a lot like celery, which makes sense because it is celery. Okay, I think I've eaten all I need to for now. I'm impressed by the freshness. Crispy, crunchy, delicious, you know, kind of watery. I personally like celery, so I like this food. I am surprised by the freshness because at one point my fridge got so cold that it froze the celery and then it unfroze, and it still tastes normal. So for freshness, I would give it a 9 out of 10. I'm missing that extra 1 star because there is kind of, on the ends of the celery, it does taste a little, maybe not the best. For tastiness, I would rate it a 9 out of 10. Mostly because it's celery, so I do like it, but it is still a vegetable, so it gets 1 point subtracted for that. And for texture, I'd rate it a 10 out of 10. And texture, because of the mini fridge, 10 out of 10. Totally say the same. So far, overall rating, I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10 because it did lack in a couple qualities, but overall, it's pretty good, pretty tasty. Thumbnail. Now, as promised, in between each snack or meal, I will be doing a drink. I'm going to be tasting this orange juice. I already drank some of it, but I've had it for a couple days, so we're going to taste it and see what it's like. Shout out to Storts. Okay, so right away, I'm getting some orange vibes, as expected because it's orange juice. I'll give it a 10 out of 10 for freshness. It tastes like orange juice. I'm sure it's obviously not like as fresh as like if someone squeezed an orange, but like it tastes fresh, you know, it's good, it's delicious, I'm happy with it, you know. Tastiness, I'll give it a 10 out of 10. After that celery, it's pretty easy to top it, but it, you know, it's giving me all the good notes, you know, it's tangy, it's sweet, I like it. Texture, 10 out of 10. It's not frozen. We're good. Texture because of fridge, also 10 out of 10. So we love this. Overall rating, 10 out of 10. I like this orange juice, would recommend. The next food I have up is a Danish from my dining hall. I took it back with me thinking I would eat it, and I haven't yet. It is a cinnamon Chef Pierre Danish. It's still packaged. That's what it looks like. Okay. I'm done with that. It's pretty good, but I have some feedback. For freshness, I would give it about an 8 out of 10. Although it does have some fresh qualities, it's like you can tell the bread has been in that package for a long time. Could be better on that front. The bread is like definitely kind of almost like crumbly, you know, like it's not the texture it should be. And you can almost taste that it's a little old. It's not moldy, so that's why I gave it an 8 out of 10, but like, you know, it could be a lot better. In terms of tastiness, I would give it probably also like an 8 out of 10. It was like good, but again, it's definitely not like the best thing ever. Texture, I would give it about 7 out of 10. I don't know, the bread, it kind of, I'll show you guys the middle of it. On the outside, you're getting a little bit of a chew, and you don't really want it only to be kind of chewy, crumbly with the bread. You want it to have a little more crisp, maybe, and it didn't give me that at all. It's just kind of soft. And then the middle, it only gets softer throughout because it has the cinnamon sugar in the middle. It's like good, but texture, because of the fridge, I'll give it a 9 out of 10. I definitely did make it a little colder, which probably didn't benefit to texture at all. Overall, I give it an 8 out of 10. It's good, but it is not great. The next drink we are going to be trying is a Dunkin Donuts frozen chocolate that I kept in my fridge. I did not drink very much of it because if you have not had a frozen chocolate, it is incredibly sweet. Like, don't get this if you're used to like semi-sweet drinks. In the name, it's frozen, so it kind of has these frozen chunks. So we're gonna see how it's good. My fridge kept it cold, I guess. So, ooh, that is really good. Oh my god, that was really good. In terms of freshness, I would give it like a 9 out of 10 because it melted a little bit. There are still like some ice crystals on the top. Maybe I can get some of those. Let me try. It's not the same though. It's not smooth. It's like crunchy. I would give it a 9 out of 10 because of that. It has melted and tastes a little different than when I first got it. Tastiness, 10 out of 10. Really good. I actually like it better when it's a little melted, I think. It's very smooth. It goes down nice. For overall texture right now, I'll give it a 10 out of 10, but because of texture from the fridge, very different rating. Texture overall, it's fine. It's good. I like the smoothness. Texture from the fridge, it made it a little weird. What the fridge added, besides it naturally melting on its own, what happened is it like kind of crystallized on top in a really weird way, where it gave like ice shards that like aren't very fun to eat. For that reason, I'm gonna be giving it a 6 out of 10. Overall rating, 9 out of 10. I would recommend drinking this probably right away or waiting for it to melt if you like the smooth thing. The next thing I will be trying is an applesauce from my dining hall. I probably have a spoon, but I don't want to look for it and I don't want to clean anything. It's applesauce. Okay, here's what I think. So in terms of freshness, I'll give it a 9 out of 10. It's good. I really like how it's cold from the fridge. It tastes as fresh as like canned applesauce is gonna get, you know. It tastes a little less good than like when I usually get it from the dining hall, but it's good still. So I'll give it a 9 out of 10. In terms of tastiness, I'll give it a 9 out of 10 because it has this kind of weird metallic taste on top a little bit. Texture, 9 out of 10. It's applesauce. I mean, some people don't like that texture. I don't really mind it. I eat applesauce a good amount ever since I got it from the dining hall. It's like an option. I can just grab it and then go and eat it. It's good. And texture, because of the mini fridge, 10 out of 10 didn't do anything, so we're good. Overall rating, I give it 9 out of 10. Like, it's applesauce. You know, there's nothing you're really expecting here. There's nothing exciting. The next item we will be trying is the iced caramel swirl latte from Dunkin Donuts. So this was a beverage. Now it's kind of frozen, so it's going to be a unique testing experience. Okay, let's try this. Let me get it out of here. I don't know how to bite into this, so I kind of drank some of the coffee. Freshness, I'll give it a 9 out of 10. It still kind of tastes like the original. It's not too bad. Tastiness, I'll give it like a 10 out of 10. It tastes really good, honestly. I like how dark the roast is a little bit, and caramel flavor's nice. So texture, it's like a 2 out of 10. I mean, texture because the fridge, 0 out of 10. This did not help the coffee at all. It's frozen. The one thing I will say about the fridge that it's not my favorite is like some things will just completely freeze in my fridge. So overall rating, like it tastes good, but overall rating 5 out of 10 because of how it's aged. I mean, this isn't what we want. Okay, yet another Danish from the dining hall. This one is called an orchard apple. So I think it's just like apple and sugar or something. Hey, it's kind of like coffee and Danishes, you know? I don't like this. Oh, man. I'll go for another bite, though. Okay, I think I've had enough of this one. Whew. Freshness, I don't know how it originally tasted, but the aging did not help at all. Like, 4 out of 10. Yikes. Tastiness, well, it's really hard to explain what this tastes like. If you've ever had a sour apple candy, that's exactly what this tastes like. Like, I'm tasting it to try and... It's like a sour apple jam in the middle, kind of. I don't know what orchard apple they're eating. And I don't have a problem with sour apple. It's just like kind of a bad surprise, you know? The tastiness, like a 5 out of 10. Texture, it's the same thing as the last one where the bread is just like a weird texture. I like this one probably even maybe a little less because the jam, I can't tell if it's like less or more, so I'm gonna say less for now. I'm gonna say the texture is at a 7 out of 10. And texture because of the fridge, I just think it would have been better warm, so I'm gonna have to give it a 5 out of 10 for texture of the fridge. Now overall rating, 6 out of 10. I don't recommend consuming this one. I like sour apple things, but it's just like a weird surprise. No. The next drink, well, I don't know if this counts as a drink, but I'm counting it, is a half and half. I got it from the dining hall a while ago, so it's definitely spoiled because the one I had even then was spoiled, so this is 100% spoiled. But I'm doing it anyways. Sorry the lighting changed. I had to pull out my ring light because it got dark. I really don't want to drink this, but I gotta do it for y'all. My stomach is already gonna be questioning things, so why not? It smells kind of like clay. Ew. Oh. I just need to eat that Danish a little bit because I can't stand that taste in my mouth. So you know how with half and half, how it's like, oh, okay, it's supposed to taste like milk. So what this kind of tastes like is if you licked a cow's udder, but it like had some feces on there. That's what that tastes like. It's gross, man. When I originally got the half and half, because I was making mac and cheese, so I was like, maybe I'll need this, I don't know, it was also definitely spoiled. So this is definitely spoiled, plus add like a week, maybe 2 weeks, add 2 weeks to it. Freshness, 0 out of 10. It's spoiled. It's very, very spoiled. Tastiness, 0 out of 10. Had to eat something else. No, I'll give it a 1. I'll give it a 1 because it vaguely, like if I'm using some hyperbole here, I'll say it vaguely tastes like milk. So 1 out of 10. Yeah. Texture, it was nice. It's kind of creamy. 9 out of 10. Texture because of fridge, 10 out of 10 because it made it colder and it was still creamy. But yeah, really gross. Overall rating is like a 3 out of 10. Don't drink this. I got this from the dining hall today. It is peach pie. Okay, let's rate it. Freshness, like 10 out of 10. I got it today. Tastes good. So fresh. Tastiness, I'll give it an 8 out of 10. I don't know if it is like my favorite flavor, but I'll give it a 9 out of 10. It's like, peaches are a unique flavor, but I still like it. It's good. And texture, 7 out of 10. I like the texture of the texture of the crust, but peaches are a little crunchy and it makes it a little weird. Texture because of fridge, 10 out of 10. It's cold, it's nice, it's good. The next item I will be trying is an iced coffee from Sorts. I haven't opened it yet. I'm sure it'll be good. It's not decaf and it's like 5, so it's a bad idea. I'm only going to take a little sip. Freshness, 10 out of 10. It tastes good. It tastes fresh. The coffee's a little bitter, but I'm fine with that. And like, that's pretty normal for this type of coffee. Tastiness, I'll give it a 9 out of 10. It's just like a regular coffee you'd buy, you know? Texture, I'll give it an 8 out of 10. There's nothing like remarkable about this texture, but does coffee ever really have a remarkable texture? It's kind of just like the texture of water. And texture because of the fridge, 10 out of 10. It's cold. It's nice. Overall rating, 9 out of 10. This coffee's good. It's just like a regular coffee. This is a cheesecake, an Oreo cheesecake from my dining hall. Yeah, it's like good. It's chocolatey, which I guess I should expect. Freshness, I give it like a 9 out of 10. It's been sitting in my fridge for a little while, but it tastes good. It's nothing like weird or bad. Tastiness, 7 out of 10, 8 out of 10. It's not bad. It's definitely not bad. It's just like, I don't know if like chocolate cheesecake is really for me, and it's all on me because I was the one who picked this out. You know, dining hall, you do a great job. I appreciate you guys. Yeah, it's like fine. Texture, 9 out of 10. I actually like the texture of this. I like the crumb plus the like cream texture, you know? And texture because of fridge, 10 out of 10. I like the coldness. So overall, I'll give it like an 8 out of 10. It's like a pretty middle of the road piece of cheesecake. It's not bad. It's not great, you know? It's fine. Next up, we're trying something I think everyone will probably be familiar with. It's a Capri Sun. It's delicious. It's always delicious. Freshness, 10 out of 10. It's cold. It's great. It's delicious. Tastiness, 10 out of 10. I love me a Capri Sun. Texture, 9 out of 10. I don't know. 10 out of 10 is fine. Texture because of fridge, 10 out of 10. It's cold. It's delicious. Overall rating, 10 out of 10. I love Capri Suns. This is a strawberry yogurt from the dining hall. All right, that's not bad. Freshness, I'll give it an 8 out of 10. It's definitely seen better days. I can tell it's been in there for a little while. Tastiness, I'll give it an 8 out of 10. I think it's just a little too sweet for me. Texture, 10 out of 10. Love the texture. Texture because of fridge, 10 out of 10. It's cold, it's delicious, but I don't like the whey is on top. So maybe 9 out of 10 for texture of the fridge. If I have to rate it overall, probably an 8 out of 10. It's a yogurt. Like, there's nothing more. I've been saying, like, it's just this. It's just this. Truly, some of these are just middle of the road. And I'm cleaning out my fridge. What should I expect? So I've run out of drinks, so I'm only going to be trying entrees from now on, but I'm cool with that. Next up is this piece of flan I have. It's a teeny tiny piece. I ate a lot of it. That's not bad at all. I really like flan. Freshness, 9 out of 10. It's been there for a little while, but still like good and everything. Tastiness, 10 out of 10. It's delicious. I love flan, and it's so good. It tastes good. I just love it. It's like custardy, delicious. Texture, 10 out of 10. It's good. I like the texture of this flan and flan in general, and it's cold and delicious, and that leads me to texture because of mini fridge. It's cold. 10 out of 10. And I would rate this flan a 10 out of 10. So here we have a lemon Icee from the dining hall. I've had this in here for like longer than I'd like to admit, but let's try it. Okay, let me rate this. Freshness, 9 out of 10. The texture has seen better days. The taste has seen better days, but it's still like good. Freshness, I rate it like a 9 out of 10. Tastiness, it was good. 9 out of 10. Texture, 9 out of 10. It was actually kind of smooth, a little soft. I liked it. Texture, because of the fridge, I'd rate it like 9 out of 10. It was a little soft, but it was still good. Now overall, 9 out of 10. I like that Icee. It was good. It was good. Now we have a thing of peanut butter by Smucker's. It's good. Freshness, 10 out of 10. Kind of tastes the same. Tastiness, 10 out of 10 if you like peanut butter. It's peanut butter. It tastes like peanut butter. That's all there is to it. Texture, it's a little weird. Maybe like a 9 out of 10. But texture, because of the fridge, is like a 7 out of 10. Because this peanut butter, like, it's kind of frozen almost a little bit. It's a little odd. I gotta be honest there. Now, if I had to rate it, ultimately, it's like an 9 out of 10. It's fine. It's just the texture is a little weird, so. And our final item is a York peppermint patty. I have a pack of these in there, so I guess it's just time to eat one of them. I love York peppermint patties. They're so good. Freshness, I don't really know how you can rate a candy on freshness, but I made up these categories, so 10 out of 10. It's good. Tastiness, 10 out of 10. Really good York peppermint patty. Texture, like a 10 out of 10. I like it cold. And texture, because of the fridge, 9 out of 10. I like it cold, but it's a little too cold. It's like frozen, you know. Now, if I had to rate it, ultimately 10 out of 10. York peppermint patties are delicious, and I love them. Wow, guys. We did every single item, and y'all should see what my desk looks like right now. Wow. I can't believe we did it. We did it. If I had to pick one winner of this, it'd be... I need a drum roll. That was the worst. That was the worst drum roll I think I've ever heard. My favorite food item of the day was... the flan or celery. They were both really good. I really like the flan. It was delicious. It was flan. It's just so good. You can't even compete. Celery just like gave a different side I didn't even know I needed in my life, and that was amazing. And of course, the best drink is frozen chocolate. I love frozen chocolate. It was so good. I highly recommend it. Of course, let it melt in your fridge though. That's where it really hits its peak. I also love Capri Sun, but it's like a Capri Sun. It's more like predictable. So, wow, guys, we did it. I'm so shocked. I'm so emotional. No, but thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for going on this journey with me. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button down below and hit the post notification bell for a little extra packet of glitter. Because we all need a little glitter in our life. Thank you guys so much. I'll see you next week. Bye.